Yo, what is going on? You are tuned in to Hear These Thoughts YouTube channel hosted by your boy Preston. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it to get an update every time I upload a video. But without further ado, what we have here is what I feel like is very interesting. We have a brand new superhero movie coming to Amazon Prime, I believe August 26th, starring Sylvester Stallone. Now we know that he was in Judge Dredd. We know that he was in Suicide Squad, but this is a different type of movie for him to be in as far as being a superhero. And I'm a fan of Sylvester Stallone, all of his action movies for the most part, especially one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Demolition Man, which I'm so glad right now is getting the just due that it's supposed to get. I've been telling people this movie is a classic and it's super underrated for over a decade. So finally, people are giving it its just due. And I've always said before any of the Dark Knight movies or anything came out, always felt like that this was the best rendition of Batman and Joker without actually using Batman or Joker. This was the best rendition of it. And this movie is so classic. And there's so many other movies that he's in that I love. I can't name them all right now, but anyways, according to superherohype.com, this is the movie that's coming out, and here is the synopsis of this movie. I'm going to pull that up for you guys really quick. All right. So it says here, Stallone stars in a movie as Joe Smith, a recluse living in Granite City. Smith's life is suddenly turned upside down when his 13-year-old neighbor Sam Cleary, played by the Umbrella Academy's Javon Wana Walton, begins to suspect that he's actually Samaritan, a long missing superhero who was reported dead after a fight with his arch villain, Nemesis, 25 years ago. I don't know why I read that like that. With crime rising all around them, Sam tries to convince Smith to come out of hiding and become his city's savior once again. Okay. So it's interesting concept. You know, I always like the stories of a person who enjoyed doing something. I'm not sure if he enjoyed being a hero. I don't know if he did it begrudgingly, but I would think to some degree he had to have some type of passion for saving people. In movies like that where someone is washed, they don't want to do what they used to do. They don't have the love for whatever that is, whether it be a sport or whatever. And then they have this person who's younger to bring that youthness back into them. Where you have this old man, old woman who's just kind of stuck in their ways and kind of just like hardened heart and just like don't like anybody, bah humbug. And you have this little kid that shows them like, life is that serious. It reminds them of what passion looks like for other things, and show them that they can still be where they used to be, and just kind of teach them a license of life. I've always liked stories when it's an older person and a younger person and they both are learning something from each other. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I love Logan so much. Sylvester Stallone kind of played this role in the movie Creed when Michael B. Jordan was trying to convince him, like, hey, I want you to train me. He's like, no, I don't want to, do that anymore. And it's always interesting to know what happened in this person's life to stop them from doing the thing that they like to do before. Because they said here that they thought he was dead. And for some reason, he was in hiding. So I would assume that he was losing his powers or losing his way, or the arch villain revealed to him something he didn't want to know, or maybe the arch villain has something on him that he didn't want to reveal. Who knows? I think it's an interesting concept for a movie. But I also wanted to point out here his costume design, which I think is very interesting. So if you're looking at the video that I'm talking on, which I'm thinking you are, I like to play YouTube videos in the background too without watching the video. But if you look at his costume, which is reflected in the puddle, it's a very interesting design that he has. It looks like it's some sort of futuristic costume that's inspired by the design of some type of samurai, with the way that the armor is set up in a way. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it kind of looks like that. Part of his face kind of gives me the look of like Yoshimitsu from like Tekken, not Tekken, without the horn, or maybe a Daredevil mask, with the mouthpiece being covered. It kind of looks like that a little bit to me. And then the design of the S on his chest, which I believe stands for Samaritan, it kind of reminds me, for anyone who played Perfect Dark, it kind of reminds me of the Datadyne logo right there in his chest. So it's a very interesting concept. I would like to see what the costume look in color, how it looks in color. And I would love to see a trailer. I'm looking forward to this. But I'm so glad that these people are going different ways and they're allowing third party people to make movies about superheroes that are pretty decent. Unlike other genres in the past, I'm very surprised that the superhero genre hasn't hit really hard a time of superhero fatigue amongst the audience. Maybe some people feel that way about the big two, maybe Marvel or DC, but just overall, people are still seeing it. Because remember, at one point, people were getting fatigued on vampire movies because all those vampire movies are coming out, and those movies about books, like The Hunger Games and Divergent and Maze Runner. I think people were getting kind of like tired of that concept. Regardless if those movies finished the books or not, it just I think people really got tired of the concept. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So, what do you guys think? What are you guys' predictions for the story of this movie? What are you guys expecting this movie to be? Do you think it's going to be good or bad? I know there's no way to tell without a trailer or something, but I think it's just an interesting conversation. It gives me like a I guess like a Hancock type vibe. It gives me Hancock type vibe. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day. If you guys have any reaction videos or videos you guys want me to react to, please send it to hearthesethoughts@gmail.com, or you guys can always post it in the comment section or inbox me on Instagram or Facebook at Hear These Thoughts. Salute, peace, have a good day.